what a very special, I think then, what a very special video we have for you today. We're in Yorkshire, and we're at a very special place, namely the
Druids Temple.
Yeah, absolutely, which was a strange bit of history that you'll discover in a minute, because obviously it was, well, I won't say, meant to replicate some very famous landmark, let's just sort of say that. And yeah, it's even though it's not a real one, the vibes that it gives off is quite spectacular, isn't it? They've done a very good job, especially in this sort of woodland. And as we were walking up, it was raining, and now it's just sort of stopped for a brief second, which made it quite mystical.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
Shall we explore it, Sophie?
Let's go.
Come on.
In the woodlands of the Swinton Estate, a 20,000-acre landscape on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales, you can find an intriguing place. Along a signposted path, you come to a large standing stone folly, the Druids Temple. It is in fact not a real temple or a Druid sacred space, but a 19th century folly styled after well-known prehistoric monuments such as Stonehenge. It features an oval of altars, menhirs, dolmens and sarsens, as well as several solitary standing stones on the path leading to and from the main site. It was built by William Danby, the former Sheriff of Yorkshire, who, as a wealthy landowner, wanted to alleviate local unemployment, so paid workers a shilling a day for their labour to build his unusual folly. Even though it is only a couple of hundred years old, it is nonetheless an intriguing and captivating place, with an atmosphere reminiscent of the old stones in which they imitate, and is well worth a visit should you be in the area.
Welcome back, everybody. I mean, it's a summer day, believe it or not, summer evening. And as the light slowly sort of drags in, and we're getting closer to autumn now, sort of the tail end of summer as recording this, it really heightens the mysticism of this place. Although fairly modern in modern standards, it is remarkable the fact that this is here. And it is surrounded in the Yorkshire moors, which we're surrounded by. You wouldn't sort of know it, to be fair, unless you sort of like popped out of this forest, really, and then all of a sudden the moors just sort of present themselves. What do you think, first impressions?
It's pretty epic, isn't it?
It's pretty epic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll see in a minute, we can stand on top of it, pretty much. There's a little trail that goes up there, Finger of Doom, and it's surrounded by mini megaliths that are sort of dotted around this woodland outside of this. And as you sort of know, it's meant to represent Stonehenge. And it's very interesting. There's lots of signs that say, no camping and anything else like this. But actually, if you look on the floor, there's bits of glass. There's a few campers that we passed by as well. There's obviously it's on an estate where you can learn to do cooking and lots of other interesting outdoors.
Wood trails.
Yeah. So it's got it all, really. But the fact this is in Yorkshire and this is here, you almost wish it was the real thing. You know what I mean? You almost wish it was a real type of sort of religious monument in its own way. But the fact of the matter is that this is just as sort of special in its own right. And then we walk into, as I'm talking now, obviously we've got our final last chamber, the end chamber with the table, which is just look at this. The fact you've got these stone seating areas and then this stone table, and obviously the idea of this being druidic in nature, but as we know, the Druids were their own mystic people. And I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't really go that far in. I don't actually have my torch to hand, but you can get an idea in the camera. It's basically a chamber, really. Have you got... Yeah, let's have a look here. See if we got any light. yeah, that might do when we walk in. Just a little bit. That's all we need. But hang on a minute. Let's see if we can get it. It says it's full brightness. So unfortunately, everybody, it's just it's a little bit too dark. Oh well, no, you can sort of get it. There's sort of like a capstone up there. Again, like very similar to Neolithic and Bronze Age sites. There's some seats here on the final end of the chamber, and then there's Sophie just on the outside, as you can sort of see, but it's really hard to tell because we didn't bring a torch. We actually didn't think it would be this dark, so more fool us. But yeah, and then you look out and you can just see people have obviously put names and things like that on these. It's in a set. You can see how damp it's been. You can also see some prints there as well. As we sort of look close at this chamber, there we go. Light's coming through a bit better now. Let's get closer to it. And then, like I said, in front of me here is some steps. Or seating arrangements, sorry, not steps. And also some litter. There you go. It's got it all. The casual person walking through this estate is probably unaware of it's probably people, I don't know, people might just think, oh, it looks very cool, and then just put some litter in there just because. But yeah, I mean, now that you've had a look properly, Sophie, what
It's cool. I didn't realise this table.
it's cool,
was
isn't it?
No, it's pretty cool.
No, that table is
old
amazing.
table.
Yeah. It's fantastic, really. Yeah, very, very cool. Straighten the camera up, just have a look. I suppose really its best relevance will probably be when we'll look at it from above, really. You get to see the actual scale of it, because it's actually quite large, really. We'll come out of this chambered area, and then we walk into the main set of stones, megaliths. You can see a beautiful carving of HH there. There you go. Camera pick that up. Brilliant. And yeah, Sophie's obviously taken some wonderful photos, which you can see on her Instagram page. Links below, as always. And we've got an amalgam of... it's just really, it's got the whole lot in here. I mean, this is kind of like a Druids Temple and sort of steroids, because you've got so much iconography. If you really looked hard into it, you know, like I said, you've got a seating table, you've got a circle in essence, you've got some, like, basically they would be sort of dolmens in a strange way, what we'd probably look at them as, but obviously they could be also argued as chambers. I mean, it's so hard to sort of like put this in a context, and then behind, again, like I said, really hard to see at the moment, but you're literally surrounded by these sort of like mini megaliths. I mean, again, it would be so cool to know if this would have been real, but unfortunately we know that it's not, in terms of, you know, but it still holds a sacred site for a lot of people, and that's the most important thing. And you know, that's probably what we've got to look at it for, really, is that for some people, modern or not, it's quite an important site, which is brilliant. So there you go. Amazing. Hello everybody. We thought we'd just sort of take you to the furthest sort of like monument megalith. And there are some very epic ones going on here, aren't there? I mean, look at that. It's again, if you were into your megalithic monuments and stuff like that, we could argue they're megaliths, but obviously they're modern, or fairly modern under circumstances. I mean, they definitely are a work of art, I'll give them that. And they're very impressive. And it's definitely worth all the trip for us Kent people to come up here and explore, just to document really, as we always sort of say, and more importantly to hopefully encourage people out there to, if they ever feel like they want to come to Yorkshire, then come up here and have a look. You can also camp here. I think I've sort of mentioned that before, and there's lots of things like we said that you can do around here if you feel in the need to do that. Obviously for us on our explores, this is not our primary thing. We are about everywhere in Yorkshire at the moment, depending on when these videos come out, and hopefully you're really enjoying them and really liking them. And as I stand now in front overlooking this beautiful monument, the Druids Temple, it's incredible just to see this wonderful sight. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Amazing. As you can see, we're at the top and we're sort of looking down on it. I mean, it's remarkable, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
it really is. And it's been a little bit busy with people just for a moment. It was a brief bit of busyness, tourisms. But if you see, you can see we're really looking over the top of this now, and it's wonderful to sort of get that. And I can imagine that this is a very photographic type of place to sort of have. And underneath us pretty much is what would probably be referred to as the temple, with the seating area, the druidic seating area. I laugh because obviously, you know, in terms of historical terms, it's, you know, it's wild. Wild, that was a beautiful word. You meant to say that, Sophie. Sophie said the word wild.
No, I said it's not.
Oh, I'll take it as wild.
I'll take it as that,
wild.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Wild.
That's a good way to describe it. Right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to have a little... just final reminisce. We are done. It's really weird, right? I'm just going to say something quite reflective, but when you're at a place like this, which is so unusual, so different, you do think to yourself, I know probably in my lifetime I'll never return to this.
No.
You know what I mean by that? I'm sure people can probably relate to that in terms of whatever your thoughts and feelings are over it. You know that because we're not local at all, under very rare circumstances will we ever revisit a place. And it's just bizarre. I don't know, I sort of contemplate, even though we're still here, we're still living in the moment, it's just bizarre that you sort of know you won't not ever come back to a place like this. So you just got to take it, and you've got to make the most of these memories that we have. Like I said, you know, you only live once, and I think that it's just something to sort of bear in mind for everybody, really. Whatever, even if you're not, whether you're religious or not, or however your beliefs are, but in this present time now, we sort of know this is it. When we walk away from this now, that's it. In your more words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming with us on this wonderful little journey to the Druids Temple. Thank you for the history lesson. Thank you for the photos and everything else that was provided. Take care, much love. You totally got to recommend that you should do it. Maybe if we had the time, we'd probably do more of a walk around here as well. But again, we don't really have the time, unfortunately. We've got too many memories to make. Much love. Feel free to spread the word of the channel. As I always say, on a personal note, it really goes a long way to supporting every single one of us in this team of ours now, and to sort of encourage us to do more, really. And that's what your comments and your likes and everything else go towards. It makes us want to do more. It realises, oh, actually we're doing something here. And obviously this channel is to encourage you lot out there to explore. So hopefully it does it for you. Take care, everybody. Much love, because history matters. Sophie, any final thoughts, or do you want to just... No? You happy about that?
Yeah.
Go on,
Summed up perfectly.
Kapow.